Hello everyone, I'm Mamu Minokamo. Nice to meet you all. Today I thought I'd cover a relatively new topic, and that is about Claude Code, which has been getting attention lately for being so convenient. What's more, this time we'll be implementing Claude Code without using WSL. If you watch this video all the way through, your installation should go perfectly smoothly.
What, you're doing that stuff again? On Windows, you could just use WSL normally and be done with it. Why are you doing things the hard way like that? You really do like doing things differently from other people, don't you?
Oh, hello there, Seki-san. Well, the reason is that Ubuntu 25.04 wasn't available in WSL or the Microsoft Store at this point in time. Of course, you could get the image from the official site and do a clean install to use it. But you know, how about it? This idea is pretty good, right?
I see. So your plan is to install Ubuntu 25.04 on a virtual machine and run Claude Code on it, eh? Not bad, young lady.
Oh, hey there, old man. Check this out. With this setup, you can configure network settings and stuff with a GUI interface, which is super convenient, right? Especially for people who use networks and do development work. I think this would be really appreciated.
That's true. If you're not used to the black screen, you have to write network configurations in an editor, so the barrier to entry is pretty high, you know. Well, I get that. So let's get to the practical stuff already. I'm new to this too, so I want to see how it works.
All right, got it. Since VS Code is already installed, I'll go ahead and use this terminal.
What? An editor that can even run a built-in terminal. What a convenient age we live in now.
That's right, it can do just that. Since VS Code is installed on Ubuntu, if you use the terminal inside it, you can do regular command operations just fine. So you don't have to bother launching a separate terminal app. That's how it works. Now, to use Claude Code, you need to install Node.js. There are multiple ways to install it, but in this video we'll use NVM. The reason why is that it makes switching Node.js versions and management super easy. What's more, NVM has an official GitHub repository, and it's a trusted tool used by many people. The important thing here is not to rush, but to follow the steps properly. To make sure applications run properly, it's important to get this kind of foundation set up solidly.
No way, I've just been installing with app this whole time. You're right though. Since there are projects that specify particular versions, I'll start using this method from now on too. Thanks, Mamu.
I knew about this from the beginning, of course. But well, getting too obsessed with just the latest AI stuff isn't necessarily the best approach either. It's exactly these foundational parts that you should make sure to nail down properly.
Yeah, as expected from the old man. Clap, clap, clap. Just kidding.
That's exactly right. That's why it's important to learn properly and build up your knowledge step by step. Actually, this is exactly what I wanted to share with everyone. All right then, let's install Node.js while looking at the GitHub page. Are you ready?
Whoa, hold on a second. I heard you guys are doing Claude Code, which is all the rage right now. Let me join in too. Is it still not too late?
Oh, hello there, Garo-san. We're just about to install Node.js right now, so you're perfectly on time.
Phew, I'm glad I made it in time. But this is unusual, isn't it? You said it's a relatively new topic and all. So, about Node.js. It's one of those things you can just copy and paste, right?
Sorry. I got held up with some overtime work. Would it be okay if I joined in too?
Oh, hello there, Ogaki-san. Your timing is just perfect. Now we've got everyone together.
Motoyoshi, good work on the job today. By the way, If you learn this stuff properly, you might be able to quit your corporate job and make a living as a freelancer. Why don't you give it a serious shot?
Huh, seriously. But with my current skill level, I'm still a bit worried about that. I do think it would be nice if I could make it as a freelancer like the old man here, though.
This might be exactly the kind of phenomenon that's creating new disparities in technology. Oh, while we were talking, the NVM installation finished, so let's just double-check the version to be safe. You can find detailed steps and commands through the link in the video description, so please feel free to use that as a reference if you'd like. Now, Node.js itself isn't installed yet, but we're going to use NVM to install it from here. To run Claude Code stably, we'll choose the LTS version this time. Using NVM makes it really easy to manage Node.js versions. It's kind of like how you use pyenv to switch between Python versions. By the way, in tutorials for WSL environments, you'll often see them introduce options that are shown in videos like this, but in Ubuntu on VMware, like we're doing today, you don't need any of that stuff. The reason why is because we're using a genuine Linux environment.
Well, a native Linux environment goes without saying. But you could do the same kind of thing using VirtualBox too, I suppose.
Oh, old man, it's been a while. Actually, I bet environments with Docker Desktop installed would work too, wouldn't they? I believe that runs Linux on Hyper-V, right?
Check out the materials in the video. It shows that it works. So saying that it only works with WSL on Windows was jumping to conclusions, wasn't it? Oh shoot, now comes the crucial Claude Code installation. Though really, it's just copying and pasting commands from the official site. Oh, it's already done. The installation took 4 seconds. This environment is on a laptop and the specs aren't that high, but it's still plenty sufficient.
Wow, just 3 packages total, that's quite a lightweight setup. Oh, by the way, it looks like there's an update notification showing up. Should we go ahead and do that?
This is optional, but since it bothers me, I guess I'll go ahead and do it while we're at it. Alright, now that Claude Code installation is complete, let's first check the version. And then, it's convenient to create a dedicated directory for your project. If you're using Ubuntu Desktop Edition, you can create files and folders through the GUI too. You can also install desktop environments like GNOME on WSL and try out GUI-like operations through remote connections. And here's a really important point. In this environment, for the reasons shown in the video, I strongly recommend working under the home directory. Now, what about on bare metal? Well, you still can't avoid permission issues in the end, so working under the home directory is the safe approach. By the way, I tried putting Claude Code on Google Cloud's free E2 Micro, but the specs weren't sufficient, and it ended up cutting out partway through.
Hey, speaking of which, that AI editor called Cursor that we see a lot lately, how is that one?
Long time no see, Izumi. If you want to seriously use Claude Code or the Codex CLI that's in ChatGPT, VS Code is the way to go, no question. Cursor is strong with code completion and auto-generation, but I feel like its compatibility with CLI tools is a bit iffy. Cursor is more for writing-focused development where you want to rely on AI for completion and generation. Most importantly, VS Code is open source, has tons of extensions, and its evolution speed is on a completely different level. For an old-timer like me who's been using this stuff since the MS-DOS days, looking at this pitch-black screen doesn't feel weird at all.
Hold on a sec. If you're going to say that DeepSeek concluded that Cursor has the advantage, well, when it comes to Gemini, it concluded that VS Code has an overwhelming advantage though.
Now, that's something where everyone has their own way of thinking about it, don't you think? As for me, I think VS Code has the advantage. Like the old man said, I think the key points are that it's open source and evolves quickly. All right, while we were talking, we completed selecting the design and setting the login method to subscription. Next, we'll move into the authentication process. And for subscription users, you'll get a screen like this. You can see the authentication URL is displayed there. From my experience with this, I believe the flow will be to open that URL on a different PC or browser, and then paste the displayed code into the VS Code terminal. For those using Claude Code through cloud services, this should basically be the standard method. Since we're in a desktop environment right now, we can choose to authenticate through the browser. For selecting the login method, please choose either Continue with Google or Continue with Email Address and log in. Once login is complete, you'll get a screen that looks like this, so please click Accept. After that, if you look at the VS Code screen, you should see your email address and a login success message displayed. At this point, just press Enter to proceed to the next step.
Talking by yourself for this long must be tough, so I came out to help. This is quite a long process, isn't it? Aren't you getting tired or anything?
Thanks. But we're almost done, right? So, what's written here is that Claude can make mistakes, and also that there's a risk of prompt injection. I'll press Enter here. I mean, you can't go any further unless you do. Click, boop, and done. It really is long, isn't it? Here we're being asked whether to use recommended settings or configure later. In a VMware and VS Code environment, I recommend the former. Phew, we finally made it to the folder Trust Verification.
Hey, aren't you getting a bit tired? Well, I'll take over and explain this part. Basically, it's asking if you're okay with the possibility that Claude Code might read or execute files within that folder. That's what it's confirming. Actually, it looks like pressing Enter will finish this up.
Thanks, that really helped me out.
Great job, everyone! This completes the setup, doesn't it?
Yeah, good work everyone. Wait, the Claude Code extension is automatically installed too, isn't it?
I suppose I'll take it upon myself to explore some unique use cases that no one else has tried. If I find anything worthwhile, I'll graciously report back to you all.
Please do. I think that's probably what everyone wants to know most. Oh, that's right. There's one thing I absolutely have to mention to people using WSL. The thing is, with WSL, even when you delete files inside it, the disk space doesn't really free up easily. So if you're one of those people going, it's not decreasing at all, definitely check out this video. You'll probably be able to free up a surprising amount of space, I think.
Oh right, I heard WSL's source code was recently released. If that's the case, tools that completely blow away current functionality might eventually emerge from someone's hands.
You really do love that kind of stuff, old man. So anyway, that was a slightly unconventional method for installing Claude Code. Well then, everyone, let's meet again. Goodbye.